Okay, everybody, welcome back. And in this session, we are going to download Oracle SQL Developer. Okay, so we go to oracle.com and we go to Trials and Downloads. We go to Developer Tools. Click on that, and it'll take you straight to Developer Tools, where you'll see SQL Developer. If it takes you up here, you just scroll down, okay? Alright, so click on SQL Developer, accept the license agreement. Okay, now, it first shows Windows 64-bit with the JDK8 included. Well, we've already done installed the JDK in the previous session. So what we want is Windows 32-bit, 64-bit right here. So we want to download this if you're using Windows. If you're using Mac or Linux, other platforms, you see below what you got. Okay, so hit download. Okay, we got to sign in. Now, at the bottom of my screen, it says open or save the zip file. I want to open it. Now, you might not can see this. It's at the bottom of my browser. It should take almost 2 minutes. It's normal time. So anyway, hang on, and we'll take a short little pause, and we'll be right back. Okay, we got about 6 seconds, and this zip will be downloaded for us. So we see it now, and there you go, you see it. Okay, now if you have a zip file extractor software, then you can use that to unzip this. I'm running Windows 10, so I have it right here. So I got SQL Developer, and I'm going to extract all. It's asking me where. Okay, on my desktop, I have a folder I named SQL Developer. So click that. I'm selecting the folder, and as you see, this is where it's going to go. I'm saying extract. On your desktop is a good place to have it because you're going to be using SQL Developer all the time. So I always put it on my desktop. Okay, so it's going to be copying 2,633 files to this folder. So it's going to take probably a good 8 minutes. So just hold on to your horses and let Oracle do its thing. Okay, all right. Okay, and as you can see, Oracle SQL Developer downloaded, and it did take about 8 minutes. So now let's open it up, and as you can see, let me put this up a little for you. Okay, SQL Developer is an application. This is the one we want to run. So we click on it, double click. Now it's asking us the path to the JDK, okay, that we installed in the last session, the Java. Okay, so we hit browse. Okay, now I'm going to go to my local disk C. Go to program files. Let me see if it's the right one I want to go to. And yep, there it is right there. This is the one. It was the JDK, if you remember writing this down. And you see it has the whole code that path and code that we initially had. So you hit OK. And let's hold on for a minute. Okay, and it's asking me this question from previous installations. I hit no. Okay, now here we go. Oracle Developer is developing. So there we go. Came up nice and pretty. Now what we're going to do, we're going to create a connection, okay? On the connection. So we hit new connection. Okay, let's call this one connect 1, okay? And your username, okay, we have to have a default username, and if you recall, it was system. There were two, system and sys, S-Y-S. Let's do system, okay? And then our password. Do you remember your password? I hope you do, because you gotta have it. I'm going to put save password so it won't ask us for the password every time, okay? Now, the port number is 1521, the SID is XE. Anyway, hit test. Okay, we got no errors, so now we can hit connect. And there it is, as you see. It's loading all the tables, okay? Okay, now what we want to do, we want to create our own schema. This is a schema, okay? This connection. Connect 1 is a schema. We want to create our own and call it Scott. Now, SQL Developer a few years ago, it used to come with a default name Scott. And it had so many of these files plus many more in which we're going to use, such as employee and department, sal grade, and some others, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to open up, first of all, we have to grant Scott has to have some grants, okay? And here we go. So what we're going to do, copy these. And we're going to paste them in. And there you go. Now, you see here, I have your password. Okay. Mine, I'm putting in right here. Okay, let's run each one of these. Let's run them separately. We could run them all together, but let's run them separately, okay? And as you see, you just got created. Now, and I'm sorry, identified by Ducky is your password, okay? Identified by. You create user Scott. Now, we want to grant unlimited table space to Scott. Database has table space, and you have to have that unlimited amount. You want a good bit, okay? Now we want to grant create sessions and grant any privilege to Scott. Any privilege would be creating tables, inserting, deleting from a table, and on and on. You'll learn much more about this later on in the course, okay? All right, now we want to connect, grant resources, and database administration to Scott, okay? So, and all of them succeeded. Very pretty, very wonderful. Okay, so let's just clear these now. We can just clear them. Now, we have to go to New Connection. Okay, it's being a little slow right now, so hold on. And there you go, it came up. Okay, now, so we're going to the connection name. Well, we're going to call it Scott. The username, we're going to call it Scott too. Okay? Not system. This is our schema, okay? This is Scott's schema. This is not the Connect One default schema with system as the username. Okay? Now, we can put the same password in. It makes it so much easier. And we put save password. Okay? We test it. And no problems. Now we connect. And there you see Scott right there. And you see Scott has no tables right now. Okay? But Scott will in the next session. Okay? Alright, well that's how you do it. It's really not a whole lot to it. And anyway, let's roll the ball. And I hope you enjoyed this. And if you have any problems, you just email me and I'll help you out the best I can. You hit the discussion board, and there are others who can help you out also. So we can help each other out, okay? All right, well, I'll see you in the next session, okay? All right, thank you. Bye-bye.